Hey everybody! Welcome back to the Snoozy channel where we will be playing Stellaris for this video. Let's do a quick recap before we hit the unpause button here. Zooming out. We are working on rebuilding some of our infrastructure in this system after some evil space amoeba have done terrible things and destroyed all of our mining stations. Something that I was also not aware they could actually do. We have our colony ship just built as of the last episode, and I believe we are going to send it over here to settle? Yes. So why don't we do that assignment right now and colonize? Put it on that tile. As a result of building a colony ship, which costs 8 energy upkeep, we are also going to be having a little bit of an energy deficit for the time being, but that's okay. We've built up 3 more corvettes in our fleet here, but it's still not strong enough to take down anything because we don't have any technologies in terms of weapons and being aggressive and stuff like that, so unfortunately we cannot go avenge our fallen mining stations just yet. What else is there? I think that's everything we need to know for now. Top Hat's doing fine. We do need to build something here. Right now you have 4 food. She's probably gonna need food on this at some point anyways. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, okay. So we will work on building a hydroponics farm right now, and now we'll hit on pause. Sweet! Our science vessel, our leader is currently level 3. I'd like him to be at least level 4 before we start looking into some of those anomalies that we've got scattered around. Just because I'm a little bit nervous about it. Make sure we're spending all of our minerals here. And I'm pretty sure I mentioned this in the last episode, but we've got a very lucky start. Zooming out and just looking at the systems that are in our territory, we've got 8 minerals in our home system, we've got 2, 4 available outside of our system within our territory. That's really good. I've had runs where I started with 0 minerals within my borders to begin with, and that is just not fun. Okay. I don't know what that is. Sure, why don't we do a research project about that? I don't actually remember the quests that we've got, but this sounds like a fine one to do. We have a scientist with a skill of 3, so we'll just spend some time doing that research. Ah, I see. We're just looking for some shrines to the old gods. We can also do the space amoeba observation once our science vessel reaches here, because this is going to halt our progress with society, but it will allow us to do this at the same time, so that would just be efficient. And we need to destroy some stuff in order to be able to research it. Alright. I also don't know which systems we've surveyed. Obviously ones that show resources. And we have enemies in certain other systems. This is interesting. I wonder who's colonized here. Ooh. A colony ship has landed on the planet and is now beginning to create a colony. It'll still be the 8 energy upkeep until it's completed and we've established ourselves here. Let's rename this one to Fedora. Stay classy. A top hat, a fedora. Maybe we'll add something a little more daily life related at some point. And I don't think we need to worry about energy still, because we'll be at like +8 or something once we've colonized the planet, and that is absolutely peachy. And we're also going to be getting more energy from this area as well. Honestly, I think it might be a good time. Ooh, let's do the Space Move observation now then. Might be a good time to start looking towards working some of these research tiles on our home planet and start amping up our research speed. Because even though we've got some good stuff going on, we'll be having a frontier clinic that we can build on our planet real soon. We're unlocking physics labs, which increases the incentive for us to do some research facilities. We still haven't researched any tech to upgrade our military vessels, so we still have to run in fear of everything, which is no fun, you know? Who wants to run in fear? We should stand strong and proud, ready for whatever awaits us out in the vastness of space. We also have music, isn't that nice? I completely forgot to turn it on last game, and that is my bad. I was going to hit it up and go faster, but we just finished something. I'll read this one out. Deciphering the pictograms in the Benefactress Shrine was a much smoother process than anticipated. All linguists involved described the language quickly, connecting or clicking in their minds despite its age and complexity. However, the writings are unlikely to make much sense until they are combined with the other writs associated with the rest of the Quadriumvirate Godhead. Quadriumvirate Godhead? Something like that. Gosh. Survey this one. Are there any safe planets left to survey? This one seems safe. Let's survey this one. And we are thinking about colonizing here, maybe? I know we've seen another one somewhere. That is a habitable tropical world. Oh, cool. We get plus evasion to our military vessels, which will help us a little in combat. Still not enough for us to fight anything, but it's nice, nonetheless. And we've got improvement everywhere. Fedora's almost halfway complete in terms of its colonization. I think it's about time we amp up the speed a little so we can hit some new breakpoints. Whoopsie. Ooh, that's good. We could also finally get a military thing, but I feel like having a power plant is probably preferable. I don't remember what we started. Did we start with lasers as our weapon? I can look it up here with the ship designer, which I haven't shown off yet. You can custom build, although I have set it to automatically update with the best stuff possible. If you want to, especially once we start researching new weapon types, red lasers have armor penetration, but they're weak against shields, I think. Something like that. But it might be useful to design like 3 different types of corvettes to use the 3 different forms of weaponry in order to make sure you're strong against everything. Or not, it really depends. Maybe it'll help with your budget as well and other such things. I saw, not the planet, I saw this place right here. And I do want a research station. Oh wait, this is outside of my territory? Oh, it's not within my territory, that feels bad. I will also like to showcase building a new wormhole station pretty soon here. Is this one in range? Oh, I didn't even visit there. We'll send our construction ship there because I want to build our first new wormhole station in order to expand the range that we can travel. And this is about to grow, which is awesome. I will move you right here actually, and we will build a science lab on here. Now that we have a colony established, you can see we're gaining 5 energy per turn, which is just peachy. And on Fedora, we need to assign ourselves a new governor. We'll go with the youngest here, probably. This one's cheapest, but I don't think that's the most important thing. The longer lasting they are, the less we'll have to worry about them dying off on us too soon. The construction ship has visited this planet and in this system. We can build a wormhole station right here since we have minerals, and because we are still gaining quite an excess of minerals here, it might be prudent to work on building our next colony ship. There is a planet that we can colonize, although it's not nearly as good as the other one. It's still decent. It might be worth pursuing. It also might be a little bit too early to go for a third colony since we're only 8 years in. 8 years, 8 months. That's not a very long time, but... Somehow this isn't within my borders either. Oh, now you're in my borders. Once our construction ship's done this, we will send it over here to build a research station because 4 physics is amazing! I also need to remember we're playing on ×2 speed, so if ever I'm feeling a little bit too busy, we can always slow down a little bit. Which one's a roost maker? I have no idea what my fleets are called or anything. Ooh, that's cool as well. Oh, this is where the old gods thing is. You are busy surveying this system, which is fine. You know what? Now that we have so many more stars that we need to take a look at, I think it's good to build a new science vessel. That should be something useful. And this next research will halt our engineering research, which is not very fast right now, so it's not a super big deal. Fedora is going to grow eventually, but not anytime soon, so we don't have to worry about that. I'm not going to worry about building more military vessels until we can upgrade them to a state where they won't be shredded like paper. It's kind of important that they survive when we fight, you know? Everybody's busy, so we're recruiting new scientists. Research speed increase, leader experience gain. That is what I like. And we will send you... Ooh. The birth of space piracy. Parasitic elements always flock to new markets, seeking to cut into profits at the expense of those doing honest business. Space has proven no different. Several underground criminal organizations on Top Hat have expanded their operations into space by converting a small fleet of civilian freighters into warships. The outlaws call themselves the Vagabonds, and their ships have started menacing the civilian shipping lanes. We should act quickly before the situation gets out of hand. We've got pirates, team. That is unfortunate. We'll send you over to survey here. You have finished surveying this one. I'll send you here. We will slow down real quickly. Just because we've got some action here. Build a mining station here. Pirates are actually an opponent that we might be able to face. There they are. So let's go respond. Yeah, they have a strength of 78. That's not very much. Hopefully we can make it in time to save our Fedora planet here. I don't think they can, like, bombard our planet, can they? They probably can. I really hope our first murder makes it in time. I think they're going for this station, though. And because we are about to enter combat, I think it might be prudent to recruit an admiral and assign him to the fleet. Please don't destroy my mining stations. That does not make me feel good.
Station under attack.
We'll upgrade our physics lab while we're waiting. You need to go fight these guys, and hopefully our station survives. You are growing slowly but surely, and that is not a big deal. You're building something. Oh yeah, you're upgrading that. Okay. You are currently doing research here. Is there any other engineering research stuff that I need to worry about? Nope. That's fine. Yeah. Maya. Oh, this is a planet I've already seen, okay. I thought it was a new colonizable planet, but I was wrong. Oh. No, let's leave that be for now. And since this is our first instance of space combat, let's zoom in here and take a look at this. Pew pew! As you can see, their ships look quite similar to our own, probably because they came from our planet. And you get to see the lasers going pew 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 pew. I like the names of these though. Raider Ugly Stick, Toxic Behavior. Those are some good names there. Ours are like Gore and Pounce and Float and stuff. You can customize the way ships are named and all that jazz, should you feel the desire to. And we did lose one ship, which is unfortunate. After days of activities that can best be termed fiddling, Science Officer Claws of Gold has retrieved the Doctrine of the Undaunted, a textile scroll coated with a sturdy plastic polymer. Fascinating indeed. There is stuff to research here. Let's go research that. We're sending our ships for repairs now after we've destroyed the enemy vessels. We do not know where the enemy station is, which is a little unfortunate. Once we encounter it, though, we can go and destroy their base of operations, which I would say is very advisable. And once this leader hits level 4, I think we'll send him around to start researching some of these anomalies that we found. Yeah. Yes. We can put our next Hadian in the energy production area. And I'm sure that we will eventually find a system with another habitable planet that also is one that we can colonize in the present. These are gas grazers, right? Yeah. See, I know for a fact that these space whales won't try to murder us. Honestly, I think Maya's a decent enough planet to settle on right now. Even though we can't clear any of those blocker tiles that are there right now, we've got enough to build a colony ship, so we will go ahead and do it. And... ooh. I think we'll go for gravitic sensors. It is the cheapest one, but it also has some slight combat boost to our military vessels, and will increase the survey speed of our 2 science vessels. And also because we're actually making 15 physics. That's pretty impressive. The colony development speed might be useful, but by the time this other colony ship is completed, we will still not be done researching that, so I don't think it's the most important thing right now. And usually the debris from vessels from our home planet aren't the most productive for us to be looking into, but I think it provides a small but significant enough benefit. Let's start building this since our population's almost grown, and we want our population here to grow as fast as possible. And aside from that, I don't think there's a whole lot left to be done for the time being. Our construction ship's busy working. Everyone's busy working. This is still somehow not within our borders. Feels bad, man. I think this is a planet with, like, the super strong stuff, right? I'm trying to remember the strength of all these alien vessels. So then I know once we upgrade our fleets where to go and which ones to maybe take on. How's this science ship doing? It's heading towards planets. Alright. It's visited and doesn't see anything habitable, so that's unfortunate. But I'm sure we'll find something at some point.
Debris analyzed.
And that's not too bad. We got 10% research into something. It's probably worth the amount of time we spent with our engineering research paused. You need to survey one more star before you can begin taking a look at some of these anomalies here, though. So let's get that done as soon as possible. It's always tempting to build a second construction ship, but even if you look in our borders right now, there's only like 1, 2, this is a planet. There's only like 2 things to build right now, other than wormholes and maybe frontier outposts. But I don't see a planet worth putting a frontier outpost on yet. So I would say that's not the most important. And our scientist here is level 2, that's awesome. I think it's a good time to, oops, not pause. Go into fast speed again. Our construction ship is busy, which is very good. Fedora has a population here now, and once we are done the Frontier Clinic, our next building will be the Frontier Clinic.
Research complete.
I don't know if I have actually explained this, so once I'm done this, we will take a look at the next thing I want to talk about. Look at this technology, oh my gosh. Super expensive. Pretty cool though. Pause. Hello? Oh no, not like this. Where are you? Oh, that is so bad. That is horrible. Okay, let's keep it paused and we'll just look into this stuff real quickly. Oh. Please don't destroy all my stuff. No upgrades available for our fleet. That is unfortunate. Because we started this, I don't think we can pause it or put it in low priority. If we remove it from the queue, we're going to have to start from scratch again. I'd rather finish it than start building more military vessels. Alright, let's unpause, put on normal speed, see what these space amoeba do. They're not moving, so thank goodness they are not going to go for our mining stations. Let's leave that be for now. 30% is still too risky. And they are leaving. We are good. We are Gucci. Everything's okay. Let's put it back up to high speed. And let's talk about this here. So, habitability is at 80% right now. That means the maximum happiness of our population here is 80%. However, once you build the Frontier Clinic on top of this area here, it'll increase the habitability by 5, which makes the maximum percent happiness of the citizens on this planet 85%, which is a good thing to go for, and also it is a great way to produce more food.
Anomaly found.
Ah! Pause. And this is why they have the pause button, so we can go through all these step by step. We'll leave this be for now, and eventually we will research that anomaly. We are now losing credits each month because we have a new colony ship, which we are sending over to Maya to colonize on top of this tile because it is one that produces the most food. Got a construction ship that has completed building on there, but has no more things to build on because there's nothing left within our borders for the moment. We also don't need another wormhole station because we have so many planets left to survey and expand and research into. We don't have any stars that are worth building a frontier clinic on, in my opinion. I mean a frontier outpost on, in my opinion. So now the construction ship will simply return to Hat Central here until it is time for it to go and do another assignment, since this is where our wormhole station is. In fact, we should send it to the wormhole station so that it can launch whenever it is time to do so. We can, however, upgrade this power plant into a better power plant since we have the minerals for it. And that is all she wrote, I think. Let's start tracking that. I'm gonna unfast it though. And this is where the potential next planet is, so we can send our strong science vessel over to continue working on that quest. Once it is done doing its surveying and hopefully hits level 4. And let's amp it up again to fast speed. Woo! We're working on that. I can't upgrade the spaceport yet because we're not quite done researching it. Once we are done, though, I will upgrade our spaceport right away because then we'll begin to unlock new things. Let's go for this one first.
System survey complete.
Let's pause while I explain this quickly. So it reveals a resource. These strategic resources are quite important, or significant, I should say, in Stellaris because they are rare, but also very powerful. The Betharian power plant, as you can see, produces 6 energy a turn, where if you saw and can remember from our current buildings, our normal power plants start producing 3 energy per turn. And so it is quite good, and I would love to have access to that as soon as possible. What else happened? Our science ship here has finished. He is now level 4. Let's send him over to this place, because that, I believe, is where we have that quest to do. Construction ship still has nothing to do. Let's unpause and continue onward.
Research complete.
Oh, yay! Let's start some new research here. Ooh, I've never seen this before. Let's pause again. Lythuric gas. A small concentration of this gas has been shown to significantly strengthen the integrity of energy force fields. It also has a dulling effect on the minds of creatures exposed to the gas. Ooh. Increases your shield hit points on your ship. I've never seen this technology in my life. Like how I'm zoomed in so you can't see anything but my forehead. That was nice, wasn't it? That's exciting. And I am totally going to go for it. Have we found a potentially habitable planet yet? None that we can inhabit right now, which is unfortunate. And I guess we're out of range up there. And this science ship is now in range to go check this out here.
Situation log updated.
And we have found some new aliens, which we will at some point in time look into researching and saying hello to. Also, it is not just kidding. Upgrade our spaceport is what I wanted to do. It's very expensive, but it'll be worth it. And because we have all of our colonies in such close proximity, there's no need to build any new spaceships just yet. Hello? I'd like to rename my planet, please. There we go. What hat should we name this planet here? How about ball cap? That's just so simple, you know? How about a fez? A nice 3-letter hat. Beauty. I think a fez is like that red, small, cylindrical one. And those are pretty cool. And now we have this event done. Let's read this whole thing. Science Officer Claws of Gold has reported back with the swoop's findings at the Percipient's Shrine. They recognized early on that a text in some logographic script is inlaid in the walls, heavily distorted by the layers of translucent lacquer? There's so many big words, man. It's too much. Initial attempts at unscrambling the text, relying on the raw processing power of the swoop's computers to reconstruct the text from plain images, proved fruitless as it was simply too distorted to place in any known lingual family tree. Next, the crew of the swoop attempted bombarding the lacquer with light of varying wavelengths and intensity, but no beneficial reactions were observed. Claws of Gold apparently considered physically separating the lacquer from the inlaid text, but realized that the strange glyphs would doubtlessly have been made misshapen to begin with, only to assume their proper shape when viewed correctly through the lens of the lacquer. Science Officer Claws of Gold was about to call the mission a failure when, looking up as they irritably paced along the edges of the circular space, they realized that discrete lines of cohesive text were momentarily forming before their eyes, melting away only to be replaced by new lines. Not long after they had the ceiling, walls, and floor imaged in a spiral pattern, text from other shrines should help us piece it all together. And we have the revelation. The complete doctrine of the gods, for that is what the recovered texts have to be regarded as, dwarfing the fairy tale scraps upon which the old hat religions were founded, is as shockingly revelatory as it is revolutionary. With only a little bit of creative interpretation, it is clear that the people of Top Hat were meant for great things, guided by the strong hand of a religious leader. Our path is one to godhood, but our past is littered with prophecies, unfulfilled, and sin born of ignorance. Redemption is ephemeral. And now we have our consequences here. We can either suppress the findings from this lengthy quest, which gains us 80 influence. Knowledge is power, secret knowledge is secret power. Ooh. Monetize the findings for energy credits. We don't need those. We have 468 already. But what can we learn from this? Regardless of the veracity or validity of the sacred text, the fact remains that we share religious concepts with some older, unknown, spacefaring race. We could gain 128 society research and end the event chain. I think all these ends the event chain. Or you can start a religious renaissance. Your native population gains a fanatic spiritualist and collectivist ethics. Honestly, I do believe that perhaps it would be beneficial to gain some research. I think this is probably the best we've got from now. So I will select that one, and we will have bumped up our influence research here by not very significant an amount, but you know, them's the ropes. Alright, do we have any anomalies here? I thought we did. Yes. Now that this scientist is level 4, we can send them boldly to do some research for us. And I'm gonna drop it down to normal speed real quickly here, as we upgrade the spaceport, as Fedora comes closer to growth. I think it's a pretty decent time to start building the Frontier Clinic, since it takes quite a while to finish. Top Hat has grown, and we are going to need to build, once we have the minerals for it, a power plant. As you can see, now that we've got a lot of stuff to do, we are starting to run low on minerals again, but we don't have any minerals within our borders to gather, which means we'll have to build new mining facilities, which would be suboptimal on any of these tiles here. We have to wait for this to grow so we can build mining stations on this. We have to wait to colonize Fez so we can possibly build mining stations on Fez. Or we can expand our borders, which we will slowly begin to do eventually.
Construction complete.
Slowly but surely. What did we finish? The spaceport of Top Hat has completed. And I do not really need the Corvette assembly yard, so we don't worry about it. And we have found our first new alien civilization that is the exact same as us. They've just begun exploring space, begun colonizing, begun making their place in the universe. Archon, Feldrim, Den, Badir, and the ruling council of the Raltech Associated Planets have instructed me to bring you this warning. Keep your ridiculous-looking alien ships well away from our space, and know that our military will respond to any transgressions with maximum force. As you can see, these are their beliefs here. They are xenophobes, which means they do not like anybody that is different from them. They're also imperialists. Militaristic, so they have strong military. So we are going to heed their warnings and keep far enough away. These greetings are not really appropriate responses to his statement, huh? We're delighted to meet you. You seem like a wonderful person, and that brings us into this screen that we've never seen before. They have a stronger military force, and they have an equivalent technology and naval capacity, which is this, which I'm pretty sure I talked about, but just in case I haven't, this signifies the number of military vessels we can have. Eventually we'll unlock bigger military vessels, and they'll take more than one naval capacity, but we only have 5 little corvettes right now, which take up 5 military capacity. And that is that. He has also colonized 3 planets here. So I'd say we're probably dead on in terms of the whole expansion thing. And he is right to the south of us, so I really don't want to make him too mad. Especially with the technologies we've found so far. We're not very strong militaristically. We also haven't found a tropical planet. There is a desert planet with 65% habitability, but we need to unlock desert colonization before that becomes something we can use. And that is going to be a little while, so I guess we won't worry about it for the time being. If we were able to clear out, like, this planet, I mean this star system of aliens, that'd be nice, and we could take a look at the planet on there. Unfortunately, I don't know if that's in the ropes. And this is the result of our first anomaly, I think. Our survey of Trast has revealed that it used to be a pristine continental moon with a mild climate as little as 1,000 years ago. In stark contrast, the atmosphere today is extremely toxic, surface highly irradiated, and the world has long since lost the ability to support life. We have detected signs that the moon was the scene of an incredibly destructive thermonuclear war waged between the factions of a relatively advanced indigenous pre-space civilization. What a waste. We could have been friends. However, this is in Hat Central, and that means we can build a research station here and collect some more research points. Woo! And then we can also go over here, check out this one, while our other science ship continues to survey outside planets. And what time point should we hit here? How about in 5 months we'll end the episode with the research of this new society research. And now that Fez has completed its growing, or its colonization, we need to hire another governor here. Food is always good, and he's quite young, which is nice. We will do that. Do that. This science vessel has completed surveying another system. So we're going to survey this system. In fact, I think we might want to split and send this second murder to just quickly visit all these systems and scout out whether or not any of these stars have a planet we can colonize. Since, as we mentioned before, it is not quite strong enough to take down any of the enemies we've come across, I don't think. I forgot to build you. We're getting 8 energy per turn now, though, so how about instead of that, we go for some more research here. And I think it's okay to speed up again real quick. And let time pass by and let us all do our thing. Unfortunately, we're never going to be able to colonize this planet unless we go to war, which we really don't want to do because they are quite a bit stronger than us. Alright, the Cybrex, a new quest chain. We have recovered artifacts from an ancient alien civilization on Byham 5. Incredibly, this civilization, which apparently referred to itself as the Cybrex, seems to have been made up of machines that were linked together in some sort of collective consciousness. The age of the artifacts indicate they were active some 600,000 years ago, in this portion of the galaxy at least, but we have learned nothing of their exact origins. According to a partial data fragment that our scientists managed to extract from one of the artifacts, the Cybrex at some point launched a crusade to destroy all sentient organic life in the galaxy for reasons unknown. That's us. We're sentient organic life. That's scary. How about we pause real quick and check this out. And our mission now is to study more anomalies. Eventually, we will find that these anomalies contain artifacts from the Cybrex civilization. What's our percent failure chance here? Ooh, it's a bit scary. I don't want to do that anomaly just yet. Let's go to this one. And unpause. Eventually, we will collect all 6 of the artifacts, and then we will complete the quest and get some sort of reward. At least, hopefully it's a reward and not something horrible. And we do want to be able to clear these blockers, I believe. Noxious Swamp, is that what we want? Let's pause again. Dense Jungle, that is not a Noxious Swamp. Noxious Swamp only unlocks that. What about on Fez? No, we don't really want a Noxious Swamp. Okay. We can do this one, or we can do this one. Probably don't want to do this one. This will take quite a long time, and it'll always be there because we've gotten progress on it as a result of a quest or of an anomaly research or something like that. We'll go for border range here, and because that is the signified timestamp, we're going to end the episode here. Good progress. We've colonized 2 other planets. We've expanded our range of exploration into some new territory. We've met our first civilization that is also looking to establish itself in the galaxy, and we have gotten some research done and have begun to take a look at these anomalies with our level 4 science vessel. Yeah, that's good progress, I'd say. As you can see, our mineral intake, however, hasn't changed very much, and we're going to come to a point soon where we're going to need more minerals in order to be able to continue to grow at the fastest rate possible. Hopefully that comes with finding a planet that we can colonize here and expanding into some of these mineral resources. Maybe it comes from growing fast and then being able to build some mining stations on the surfaces of our planet. Either way, that'll be one of the goals for next episode. Thank you very much for tuning into this one. I hope you've enjoyed it. If you did, please leave a like. Please subscribe if you're looking forward to seeing more episodes of Stellaris, and I will see you in the next video. Peace out.